am obsessed with Infinity Nikki, and I think I've finally sunk enough hours into the game to give you all some tips and tricks for things that have helped me with my gameplay of Infinity Nikki. If you do have any tips that I don't mention, be sure to leave them in the comments below so we can all help each other out with our journey in Miraland. My first tip is to collect everything and anything. We don't seem to have a limit on our inventory, so you might as well pick everything up. The items you collect can be used for crafting outfits, which will help you along in your story. You can collect resources from fishing, from grooming animals, even from fighting S-lings. Now, when it comes to approaching some animals for grooming, you will see that a few of them get quite nervous, which will be noticeable from the question marks that float above their head. So make sure to approach them slowly, otherwise they will run away. The grooms you can do on the critters are limited each day, so it's always worth grooming them when you do see them, even if you don't need that resource. That way, whenever it does come to using that resource, you always have the fur or feathers in supply. So every time you see an animal, a fishing spot, a flower, make sure to collect them all. Now, my second tip actually ties into a video I've already made which covers the different currencies, so make sure to check that out if you haven't seen it. But my next tip is to convert your diamonds into the limited time currency, which is revelation crystals. You only have a limited time to claim certain outfits, so focusing on these, if that's what you're interested in, should be prioritized over collecting resonite crystals for the permanent banner. Tied into this, if you do see that you have revelation crystals with a timer next to them, these are going to expire by the end of the current banner. Therefore, you want to spend these ones before it resets and you lose them. So make sure when you do claim the crystals, you claim them in batches of 10 to maximize your 4 or 5 star wins, and make sure that you use the time limited crystals before the banner ends. My next tip is that the map is your biggest friend. This is an open world game and it's very easy to get lost or overwhelmed, but the map's going to be your biggest guide. Not only is it useful for accessing your fast travel spots, but so much stuff can be seen on the map or even added. You can see mini games on the map, which is sometimes a task you get in your dailies. You can see the stylist battles. You can also find where you left your whim cycle, which is something I have a habit of losing. So lots of information can be found. You can also use the map to track resources, so if you are short, you can easily find the nearest location of the resource to you. Now, you do need to have found the resource initially first to unlock the ability to track it, but once you do, you will get a circle appear on your map showing the closest location of the resource. When you've collected all the resource in that location, the circle will then move, so you can continue collecting the resource that you need. Another feature of the map is that you can pin your own markers. You get up to 100 markers to place. So for instance, places where you find a lot of blings or S-lins or even photo ops, you could mark so that you can come back to at a later date. My next tip is to spend your vital energy in the realms. To access the realms, you need to approach a fast travel point, and then you can interact to access the realms. One thing to note about vital energy is that it does cap out. The vital energy will respawn slowly over time, so make sure to use it before it caps out so you're not missing out on any vital energy you could earn. As a quick side note, as you progress through the story, more realms will open up. So if you're limited in where you can spend your vital energy, I suggest progressing with the main storyline so that way you can access more of the realms. You can also use these realms to gain resources, bling, and even eurekas. My next suggestion is to pay attention to the red dots. When you see a red dot on your screen, make sure you click to claim it. Some of these red dots will be to notify you about items you can claim. Some of those are for daily tasks. So whenever you see a red dot icon, I recommend clicking it, as it's likely a beneficial reward that you can claim, which will help you with your story progression, with leveling up your character and gaining useful rewards. My next tip is to remember to visit Kilo the Cadence Spawn. Not only is Kilo such a cutie and tells beautiful poems, but you can unlock clothes and rewards by gifting Kilo Dews of Inspiration, which you will find located around Miraland. My next suggestion is that you log in daily, just so you can claim your daily task duties, because this is going to help you in the long run. You can usually finish your daily tasks within a couple of minutes because they are often simple ones, such as gathering flowers or collecting bugs. So it's definitely worth logging in daily, even if it's only for 5 minutes or so at a time, just so that you can claim the daily task rewards, which will help you with your journey. My next tip is not to forget about your Heart of Infinity. As you travel across the world, you are likely to find many whim stars, and you can use these whim stars to upgrade your Heart of Infinity, which will give you access to important buffs along your journey as well as new clothing pieces. You may also find that you need various types of insight for some of these upgrades. You can purchase insight through the realms using vital energy, or you can also gain insight simply by doing the task related to that insight. So for instance, collection insight can be gained from collecting flowers around the world, combat insight can be gained from battles with S-lings, and so forth. My next tip is to do with the camera. Early in the game, Momo will get access to a camera, which you can use to get super fun shots of Nikki. Now, when you first gain access to the camera, you have a limited amount of poses. However, as you explore the world, you will often find photo spots, which you will see via a notification on your screen. Now, taking photos in these areas will help you unlock even more poses for Nikki and for the camera. Just make sure you click the upload button, otherwise it doesn't count. She says, speaking from experience. Now, my last tip is to have fun and enjoy the game. I know this might seem like a silly tip, but really play it as you see fit. If you want to rush through the story quests, you do that. If you just want to spend your days logging in to take photos, you do that. That is the joy of this game. It appeals in so many ways that you really can and should enjoy it as you like. I feel like technically, even though I offer these tips and tricks, there's no right or wrong way to play and enjoy this game. So really, just have fun with it all. Now, I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. If you have any other suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. And if you do want further guides about anything else, let me know in the comments. I do have more content planned for Infinity Nikki, so please feel free to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and stay tuned for more content that's to come. Anyway, thank you all for your time today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!